My lovers, Aries Nation and their lovers, welcome to your May 2020 astrological sign update. Oh my God. So it waits till I start reading to do an alarm. But you know what? Everything that happens in a reading is part of a reading. So either you or your person or both of you are about to get a serious wake-up call, Aries. And it's weird. You know what? Let me take off the alarm first and then I'm going to continue with what I was just about to say. Hold on. Yes, so as I was saying, so I interpret that as two things. One, the music that came on for you just as about to start your reading and what is playing now is stop overthinking, release inner conflict and stress. Okay, so some of you are burning yourself out physically, mentally, emotionally. Spirit saying stop. You need to reground, need to get out there. Once it's safe, get in nature, go for a walk, get some exercise, clear your head, eat good food, and get some damn sleep. Whatever you're doing, you're going to burn yourself out and you're going to get a serious wake-up call inside your body. Okay? Because whatever stress you're going, all that stress is just going to manifest physically. You know this. So you know better. That's one. And two, because the wake-up call, either you or your person could be going through some kind of awakening process right now, okay? So again, it's going to be the same. If you are going through an awakening process, it's very important that you take care of your physical body so that it can contain the amount of life that's going to be coming down the activations, okay? You have to, that vessel has to be healthy to hold the vibration, all right? So I think it's a warning either way. Okay. All right, guys. So let's go into this now. Aries, especially Aries, their lovers, whoever's watching. I mean, you know the drill, what I'm going to say. Once you've been on my channel long enough, when you're watching these readings for love, you're not just going to watch your sun sign. Watch your sun, moon, Venus, your rising sign. And you're going to watch your person's placements in these areas. Because when it comes to soul connections, high-level soulmates, twin flames, especially, the energies can definitely be flipped, or vice versa, or even mirrored. So it's always good to watch these readings even for yourself. So you watch it twice, once for yourself, once for your person, because usually, especially when it comes to the things that they are healing, and we're going to be looking at that, you're usually powering through the same things, just on different levels of consciousness, okay? So there's always a message for, and then I always get a message for you, the person, but I think in the other aspects and the other things that we're going to explore, there might be further messages for you, okay? And then you're not going to keep yourself in a box. If you see a title that draws you or a thumbnail, whatever it is, you go there, that's your spirit guides. You have to trust your own intuition always. Okay, even in these readings, you're not reading to find out something. You're reading to get confirmation of what your spirit guides, divine, whatever's already given you in your psyche, in your channel. Everybody has intuition and you have to trust yours, okay? If this is not resonating, and you have to be honest with yourself, okay? Because sometimes it's resonating, but you don't want it to resonate, right? That's being triggered, okay? But sometimes you know within your heart, you log in with your heart space and you're like, that message ain't mine. You can click off, okay? And you do that for any reader, okay? Because it's just not your message that day, right? But make sure you're just not being triggered, okay? All right, you have to be honest with yourself, right? All right, so let's go. Let's get a message from a person's higher self. And I read for those who already have an energetic connection to somebody else, okay? All right. So we have the world. So you see, there's something that's ending for this person. And there's this whole new world that's about to open up. Now, they're manifesting this. They're not passive in this. They're manifesting this. We manifest from our thoughts and feelings, but it looks like this person is taking action. This person has the wand in their hand. They are manifesting this, okay? And they're manifesting this. I see the person's head, so that's mental. But also look at all the water here. So thoughts, emotions align. Why I say align? Crazy, right? Thoughts, emotions align. And I also said it again, and that's not even a word. Thoughts and emotions align. And then there's this manifestation that's happening. So they're manifesting the ending of something to manifest a whole new world here. Okay, the world now It's those stubborn as fuck signs like me, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo, right? So you guys might be dealing with either of those, or somebody who might have been embodying those traits. Now, let's have a look at what they're feeling. And this is not necessarily related to you, right? Now, I have created all the decks that I'm going to use except 2. So I'll tell you the 2 that I did not create, okay? When I get to them. But all the others are available on my website. Okay. Some of you guys are definitely not taking care of your body, because I'm feeling like lightheaded and faint when I tap into your energy. All right, so you're dealing with someone who's avoidant, whether anxiously so or dismissively so. Attachment is such a powerful factor, or attachment style rather, is such a powerful factor in relationships. So if you don't know what your attachment style is, please go check out Thais Gibson. I think her channel is the Personal Development Center, and she has a quiz on there that's going to tell you your attachment style, and possibly, once you know your person well enough, their attachment style. And then she has different videos about how these two can really work together. What are your triggers, what are your engagement tactics or disengagement tactics, that kind of stuff. Okay, so we have someone who is avoidant. Okay, now it could be that they're conflict avoidant, could be, but this person could be dismissively or anxiously avoidant. And what that does is it's usually a dissonance between what the person feels in their heart space and their fears. Okay, so it's the mental energy, negatively so, right? The overthinking, right? Right, and you also do that. The overthinking versus what they know to be real in their heart. So that can create a lot of hot and cold energy, okay? Because 1 minute their heart, might be swelling big with love and overflowing. So you find them coming towards you, and they're strong and they're intense, and you feel, yes, we're getting somewhere. And then the next minute they get highly triggered by something, maybe even the intense encounter, and then they run away. And then they're like, okay, so we're back to fucking square one. So it's kind of challenging, and it's kind of annoying, because you feel like you're not going anywhere. But that's where you're wrong, because every time they run away and then they kind of come back, if that's what's happening here, okay, there are people who are just fucking manipulative, but I'm not getting that from this person. You have to know who you're dealing with, right? Every time they come back, they might stay a little longer and be a little bit more vulnerable, because they're testing, and they're testing to see if they can trust. Okay, so we're dealing with someone as well who may have had quite horrible experiences in love. So their heart is closed, but maybe they want to open their heart to you, so they test you. Just like kitties, they want to see how much they can get away with, right? So they test you and test you. They're checking to see if you're really genuine, and they test you a little more. They might give you information, some small confidential information, and see how you deal with that. Scorpios love to do that. My brother's a Scorpio. Scorpios love to do that. They test you with a little bit of information. Let's see if this person can contain this. Let's see if they're really confidential, right? And once you prove that you are confidential, then they test you a little bit more. So they give you a little bit more of trust each time. Okay, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Now, the minute you fuck this up, you're going back to square one, right? They'll be like, so five out of the 6 times, you'll be like, yes, this person's trustworthy. But the one time that you're not, you're going back to 0 again, right? Yes, I knew I couldn't trust this person. Never mind the 5 other times, right? So it's fair. It's all fair. It's fair, right? So when I pull some cards on it, I'll get some more, but that's what I was getting. Let's see what your person's healing right now. So I'll clarify all of these. I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting when I touch the cards, that's all. All right, so we're going to have a look now at what they're healing. Blank. Now, it could be that they are going through a transformation process and they're here at 0 point. I get that. But usually that's a signal for me to pull a card on it, and I'm going to see. But I'm still going to I'll pull another card. So I'll pull a tarot card when I get to this, but I'm also going to pull another card from this as well. All right. So we're dealing with someone who has body image issues. There's something about themselves that they've been taught to hate. I like to say that because, you see, we're not born hating ourselves and our appearance, right? Somewhere along the line, I know it starts with our parents, we start getting messaging from our parents, society, the media, that something somewhere is wrong with us. And it looks like this person, and this too could be fueling their fears, their fears of rejection, because they're holding this pain deep inside and they're expecting rejection at this point in time because there's a part of themselves that they find is so unlovable, okay, because they've been taught that. So this avoidant behavior is to make sure that you don't see the true them, or if you do reject them, it's not a hard fall. What are they experiencing right now on their twin flame or soulmate journey? Right, so there's something like they think is functionally wrong with them, or something about how they look. All right, we have street signs. Okay, so let's broaden this. So they're seeing synchronicities, spirit trying to point them in the right fucking direction, right? Because you might have had a person who was running. I mean, the avoidant card will tell us that, right? They're running from you, running from this connection, running from themselves. But their spirit guides, the divine, who ascended masters, whoever is their connection with the light, have been trying to guide this person home. Okay, so right now, and it might not just be street signs, just as synchronicities. So they might be seeing feathers, they might be seeing things that have meaning to them over and over again, things that they just can't ignore. They step in an elevator and it's 11, and when they look up at all the other elevators, it might be 11. Those kinds of things, bombarded at every point. They go on TikTok like I did today, and it's 11:11 all over the bloody place. So I think they're just being bombarded by signs and synchronicities, and that's because their guides are trying to show them the way. The guides are trying to guide them, especially if it is that they're going through some kind of awakening, some kind of activation right now. Their guides are trying to guide them right now in the right direction. There might be a little avoidance of even their spirit guides. They just might be, okay? But their guides are trying to guide them right now. They're in the middle of a manifestation process, and they don't even understand how they're doing that, really. So this person might be, a natural empath, a natural master magician, but maybe in the past they've been manifesting shit, right? All right, so what does their 3D self want you to know? Because this might be because there are people like that. They're master manifestors and they have no idea. And then they start manifesting all kind of chaos in their lives, and they're like, I'm God, why me? But it's not God, it's you. It's you. You have all this power within you, because you don't want to acknowledge it, you misuse it. Oh my God. All right, let's see. I feel like I'm going to explode with all the love that I have bottled up inside for you. I told you this person avoidant. They have these powerful emotions, but they're trying to avoid it because they just don't want to be vulnerable. They are expecting this rejection at any time. At any time, they're expecting this rejection. So they keep it inside. Okay, you know what? I don't want this person to know the kind of control that they have over me. So everything here is just, it's pressurized. Okay? How long they can do that? I have no idea. But they're going to try, right? All right, so let's see. Let's see this world. Spirit, what do you want to tell us about this world here? All right, you see what I'm saying? The magician comes on again. So this card looked like a magician card because the guy had a wand, and look, then bam. the Magician again. So some of you might be dealing with a Virgo or Gemini, but they're definitely manifesting something new, a totally new beginning. And whatever this beginning is, it's going to be abundant, okay? We have the Eight of Pentacles. This is like physical abundance. This is, grounded beginnings. They could even be trying to manifest a new job. They may not even know that, right? Manifest a new job, okay? But we're dealing with someone who's avoidant. And quite frankly, might even be someone who has interesting coping mechanisms, okay? So we start delving into the realm of addictions now because, bam, we have the devil, okay? So they could be trying to avoid life, trying to avoid this connection, trying to avoid their feelings, trying to avoid the other things that might be chaotic in their life, and they might do that through addiction. So we're talking about substance abuse. We might talk about sex addictions. We might talk about alcoholism, whatever it is. Watching too much flicking TikTok, okay? Watching too much YouTube, watching too much tarot readings, whatever it is that you are doing. Why am I saying you? Well, it could be you too, right? Whatever it is that this person is doing to escape from their reality, it looks like now it's impacting upon their life. Spirit is saying it's unhealthy. It is toxic. Let me pull another card just in case there's something else that's coming through. We have Seven of Pentacles. Yes, Spirit is saying right now is not the time to be all up in the air. Okay, do whatever you do to escape. No, this is time to get grounded and start investing in yourself. Okay, this is what this person's guide is trying to signal to them. There's not any time for escapism. This is a time to invest in yourself. Now let's see this blank card for what they're healing. Spirit, tell us what they're healing right now. All right, so they're gaining enlightenment and they're healing from whatever it is. So we have body image issues. They're healing from their body image issues because they're viewing that whole experience themselves from a higher perspective. So maybe they've been watching TikTok, right? And there's a lot of body positivity there. So they're getting a different perspective on themselves and on their body and why they have these issues. Because maybe they've been thinking that something is wrong with their body, but maybe just their body's just been different. Maybe their body's just different. I mean, nobody tells the elephant that he has to lose weight because the elephant is naturally a big animal. And yet, in the realm of human beings, we want everybody to subscribe to a particular aesthetic. So this could be the issue with this person here. Being forced to subscribe to or conform to a particular aesthetic when naturally you are different. So the body image issue, it could be size, maybe it could be race or ethnicity. What else? It could be the size of their package, because plenty of guys are insecure about that. It could be their height, maybe they're too tall. I mean, it could be so many bloody different things because anything, it's too big, too small, it's too thin. I mean, come on. I mean, it's just so many different things because we always try to find something wrong with people, right? And then we project it onto them, right? Or we project our own issues onto them, right? So it could be from this person's parents or society, whatever it is. They were told that something about them was wrong, but something about them was not wrong. Something about them was different. And difference is beautiful. Diversity is beautiful. This is what makes the world an interesting place. Why are we trying to make this place boring by making people conform? Let me pull a card on this and let me see if I get anything else on body image. Maybe it is body image issues. Let's see. What else? What else are they healing? What's this about? Okay, we have the Five of Wands in reverse. Okay. So when I see the Five of Wands in reverse, it talks about, to me, about standing up to other people interfere in your life. So it looks like there might be a lesson in boundaries that this person might be establishing. It could indeed be connected to their body image issues. Maybe they've allowed people in the past to tell them what they can about their body or how they look, or whatever it is. And maybe they're just standing up for themselves. They're not standing this interference anymore. So it looks like your person is coming to a place of self-love and self-acceptance. And I think these energies here, it's a unity of self, right? And once you have a unity within self and you come into alignment, then your whole world changes. And I think that's what's happening with your person. Now, on their journey right now, they're seeing street signs. Okay? Now, for some of them, they've not been taking action. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse, and that could be someone who's not using their spiritual power. It could be someone who's not accepting their spiritual power. It could be someone who's not taking advantage of a business idea. It could be someone who might be kind of laissez-faire. It might be someone who might be abusive, especially their physical power. Okay, or it might be this concerns. Now, in my readings, all reverse court cards are karmic energies. They could have some kind of karmic in their life that's abusive, and Spirit is trying to give them a message about that person. Now, it doesn't have to be an intimate partner. It could be a mother, could be a friend, okay? Could be somebody from childhood. Could be somebody from childhood. Your Spirit is trying to guide this person, okay? This Spirit might be trying to guide this person back to you, because we do have the reunion card. But this person might not be doing shit about it, okay? Yeah, because your person knows the truth, you know. They are well aware of how they feel about you. Look at here, right? They have all this love bottled up inside, so they know. But your person has a problem taking action and standing in their power. So their problem is not knowing. Their problem is doing something about it. So Spirit is trying to guide this person. Or, you know, they're trying to guide this person to step into their truth, to speak up. But thus far, they've not been doing shit. Now, they feel like they're going to explode because they're keeping all this inside, right? They know that you made them happy and they want to tell everybody. I mean, look at this person. They just want to shout it to the rooftop and tell the world, right? Your person not doing that. They want to take this leap of faith. They want this love. Look, the Ace of Cups. They want to be happy. But they have so much illusions and so much negative thought about themselves and what might happen. And this just keeps them stuck. Alrighty. So let's go a little further into the heart space energy for you. So Pisces and Aries, you guys might be connected because you guys are the only ones that I use this bee deck with. And it's a journey of the sacred bee. And I did not create it, so I'm telling you about it. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. And I think the bee might be significant to you at this time. It's all about hard work. It's about teamwork. It's about community. Okay? All right, so we have the King of Cups. We have Scorpio. So as I told you, intense emotions, but they don't say shit about it. Okay? And that's exactly what this person was doing here. Intense emotions, but they ain't saying shit about it. Spirit trying to get them to say shit about it, but they ain't saying shit about it. So when they think about you on this connection, we have the Wheel. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. I told you, stubborn as fuck energy. I told you. So we have the Wheel and the Wheel. The King of Wands reverse. Well, if there's another card of inaction, it would be that. So we have Leo. And then we have the Six of Swords. All right. So there's good news, right? Well, the bad news first is that currently this person, they're not doing shit about their feelings, okay? This King of Wands here, this is someone who's just not stepping into their power, whether that be physical power, that drive to succeed in the material world, whether that is spiritual power, really taking up that staff of their calling and running with it, and really making use of their spiritual gifts, psychic gifts, their creative gifts, because you know, King of Wands is creative, right? That's creative energy. That's sacral chakra energy. They're not doing anything about it. It's sacral chakra and it's also solar plexus energy. And they're not doing anything about it. This person may have a blockage in those areas. But it looks like there's going to be the intervention of fate. Things are turning a corner. I think your person has been very stubborn. We see that with the two stubborn as fuck cards coming out. Okay, they've been very stubborn and spirit's like, you don't want to move. Take this, player. Right? So spirit's about to intervene here, and your person, it looks like they're going to be triggered so hard to do their healing that they're going to have no choice but to move. Look, we have here the Six of Swords. So that talks about healing. It talks about moving on. So it's movement. It looks like this person just not been doing anything. This is someone who's just been stagnant, you know? Just absolutely stagnant. Not moving at all, like cement. But spirit about to intervene here. There's this big shift that's coming for a person. They have no choice. Movement is a must. Right? Okay. Now, Aries, union is an energetic alignment, okay, of both parties, right? So how are you blocking this connection? We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so this could be a message that right now you might be unduly attached to the material world or your pentacles. But it also is, now it's my divorce card. So for some of you, you might be with somebody else and you too might need to make a move. Maybe you've not been taking action. Maybe you've been thinking of breaking up. Maybe you've been thinking of getting a divorce. Maybe you've been thinking of separating from somebody, but you've not been doing anything. So this is your signal that you also have to make yourself available as well for this relationship. This person might be avoiding this relationship and making themselves emotionally unavailable or maybe even physically unavailable, but you too are making yourself unavailable. Now, my Ten of Pentacles card is also my card of the dysfunctional family or dysfunctional or ancestral, family or ancestral family patterns. So I'm going to pull a card and see exactly what family pattern you are repeating here. Okay, but there's something dysfunctional in your family line that you are also embodying at this time. So this is something that you need to work on. So I'm going to pull a card and see what that is. Let's see what else. How else are you blocking this connection? We have the Two of Swords. Spirit is asking you to get clarity, okay, and focus, okay. Just like this person, okay, their heart and mind needs to get, your heart and mind need to get into alignment. You are like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like 1 minute you want this person, next minute now you're just not interested, and you're just kind of confused. Okay, maybe in your heart space you have a lot of love for this person, just like them, but mentally like, okay, can't work. It's like he's just not a go-getter like me, and you're making so much excuses in your head. Okay, but it's really to protect yourself from what you think is the inevitable rejection or the inevitable breakdown of this relationship. It's a defense mechanism. That's what it is. Okay. You know, when it's like when the fox thinks that it can't get the grapes, you know, it says the grapes is sour. That's what you're doing. Okay, we have the World again. Yes, so it's a call. You two are being called to close off some kind of repetitive pattern in your life. So let's have a look and see what that's about. So I'm going to go into what is this familiar toxic pattern that you're repeating, and then I'm going to look and see what Spirit is asking you to close off here. So what toxic family pattern are you repeating right now? Okay. So we have the Two of Pentacles reverse. And we have the Ten of Wands. Now the Ten of Wands talks about baggage, especially childhood baggage. Now it looks like Spirit wants you to create some kind of stability in your life. It looks like in your childhood, it might not have been as stable as you needed to be. There was something that was destabilizing. I don't know if your parents divorced or there was some kind of tension in the home, some kind of drama, whatever it was. It really placed a heavy burden on you. Okay, and maybe you sought to create stability in your life through the material world, but Spirit is reminding you that creating stability through the material world is a false sense of security, because at any point in time, this bottom can fall out. You have to create stability within yourself, and you only do that by doing that healing. So there's some wounding from childhood still, okay, that you're still trying to escape, soothe by relying on how well you're doing in the physical world. But Spirit's reminding you that's a fallacy. It's a fallacy. Let me see if I get any other info. They're reminding you it's a fallacy. Yeah. It's a fallacy and it's toxic. Look, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. They're also letting me know that there's also some baggage from your childhood that makes you feel like you're not good enough. That makes you codependent. That makes you seek this validation from others. So we're talking about someone who is suffering from self-love deficit disorder. So you're just like your person. Eh? You're just like your person. There's some kind of self-love deficit that's going on here. And Spirit saying the key is you have to look within your family dynamic, and that's the family that you grew up with. Okay, there's something there that you've not come to terms with, or have made peace with. Now there's a cycle that they want you to close off. Okay, it's some heartbreak and pain from the past. Now it could have been connected to a third party. So it could be that your person had a third party and whatever happened in that whole dynamic really hurt you. Or it could be your past relationships in love, and maybe they too had third parties. Maybe somebody cheated on you. Okay, there's still hurt and pain from that you are carrying around. You're keeping secret. We see the High Priestess come out. That's all about secrets. Okay. The Spirit saying it's still there. You might not be talking about it, but it's still there in your auric field. This hurt and pain from the past. Maybe you've just, moved on. Because that's what Aries can do. They can just deal. All right, it happened to me, whatever. And you don't validate your feelings, and you don't validate what happened to you. Just like, you know what, I'm just going to deal with it and that's it. You don't take that time to heal. You don't take that time to grieve. You just get on with life. But that's not healing. Okay, so based on what we're seeing here, what can we expect will be a person's actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading? We have the Eight of Swords, my God. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Now, that card does say effort, but let me pull a card in that Three of Pentacles, because I could change the whole interpretation of what I was giving you here. Three of Wands in reverse. And the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. Let's just say, guys, that shift that's coming, it's not coming in a month's time, right? Guys, I don't mean to, I'm not laughing at you, okay? I know you must feel a bit frustrated, okay, because this person is stubborn. So that shift where Spirit interferes, I don't think it's going to come within a month's time. I still see your person kind of wallowing in their wounding. I really feel like a whole ARIES May vibe from this person. And they don't recognize that it's their thoughts. They think that life has really done a number on them, but really they have done a number on themselves, okay? Now, the things that happen to us in childhood, we can't help. And there's some things in adulthood that we can't help either, right? Okay, we might have been attacked or assaulted or whatever it is. We couldn't help that. But most of the other things we do manifest, okay? And this person's not realizing that. At some time, we have to own our own shit, take accountability. We have to do that healing. And that person's not doing that. They're still trying to blame other people, and they're still trying to blame the universe. Now, for some of them, I do see them like maybe thinking about releasing a third party because the frustration is going to build. Okay, Three of Wands in reverse is my frustration card. Upright is somebody, patiently waiting. Okay, it will arrive when it will arrive. Okay, but here, oh, I picked up the wrong card, right? It will arrive when it will arrive. But here, okay, this is someone, they're just getting pissed off, okay? But they don't do anything about it. So I see the frustration rising within this person. I see them really thinking about, you know what, I really have to get a move on. I have to create something new. But I don't see them doing it just yet because this Ace of Wands is still in reverse. Now, if you're a healer, I would say, and you ask the person's higher self before you do it, do unblock this person's sacral chakra and their solar plexus chakra. There's some kind of blockage there, okay? Because they are just not taking action at all, okay? All right, so what's the last bit of advice for you, Aries? Okay, you have two. So we have Sophia, Divine Wisdom, and this is giving me High Priestess vibes, right? And it's a card number 47, so that reduces to 11. So Spirit saying, listen, you already have all the answers inside of you. You are embodying the High Priestess right now, and you need to use that intuitive knowledge to bring yourself back into balance because there's some part of you that's out of balance at this time. And then I'll probably read this one. What's this one? This one is Métis. More wisdom again. Okay? Okay? And it's about and stand in your power. Okay? We have card number 35. That reduced to 8. That's a strength card. Okay? Two cards of wisdom. So I'm going to read a little bit from both actually. So let's see 35. 35. Okay. Okay. Let's see. It says, experience woven together with knowledge creates a beautiful thing. Wisdom is so true. Its parts are intertwined like finely made rope that is so strong that it can't be cut. Wisdom, once earned, becomes an essential part of you. Right now, this Greek goddess Métis says you know exactly what to do in your current circumstance. The real question is, do you have the courage and commitment to make a wise choice? Your answer is not to hide. You are being invited to look within rather than without. Take the wisdom you already have and apply it to your question. In this powerful time, others may also seek you out for wisdom. This is also an auspicious time when new relationships are founded on deep truths shared with others. So there's a call here for vulnerability and transparency. I feel like this person is going to come forward. As I said, I don't think it's going to be within a month's time to have this conversation, but it is going to happen, and Spirit is asking you to be vulnerable yourself and be transparent. You know exactly what to do. Now it says, the goddess Métis learned a painful lesson long ago and does not want you to go through the same experience. So you can probably do a little research on her. She chose to make herself small, dim her life force and inner light, and reduce her power to keep love. How are you trying to dim to fit in? I always like that card from that other deck, right? That Work Your Light deck, right? Who or what in your life is causing you to do the same? Okay, who are you trying to make yourself small so that they aren't intimidated by you? Okay, do you dim yourself out of fear of reprisal or because you have a sense that you are unworthy or unlovable? That's what your person was doing also, right? Or perhaps too much or too smart. Remember, you're never too much. They're just never enough, right? So the goddess Métis offers an important alignment task. You must face this fear, this anxiety, and say a resounding no. Even in the face of the greater story of cultural conditioning, be brave and courageous and ask, How can you be part of the solution? Playing small is an excuse not to be accountable for your personal power and to not be effective in the world. And remember, we talked about the strength card. Okay, Spirit saying now it's time to be strong. Now it's not time to reduce yourself just so that somebody else can be powerful. It's time to show yourself in your full glory. Beautiful. You have an abundance of life force within you. So come out of the shadows and let yourself shine. Take the risk and bring your wisdom to the world. We need you. People need you to see you in your beautiful and your wondrous glory. Okay. Now let us have a look at Sophia. Okay. More wisdom again, right? Human wisdom comes from personal experience, but divine wisdom is unknown to all life experience. So it looks like you have personal wisdom, okay, which is the human experience, but you also have wisdom from without this world, right? So it says, when we ask for help, we are asking for guidance from a source greater than us, an unknowable mystery. When we receive it, it is often life-altering and affects us in ways beyond our comprehension. The Gnostic goddess Sophia, who brought the material world into being, arrives to show how fate and destiny operate in relationship to synchronicity. Because fate is what we cannot change. Okay, because I believe that we live on an earth that has both fate and free will. Okay, so fate is what we can change and destiny is our free will, right? And then it has to operate in relationship to synchronicity. So that's exactly what's happening here, right? So we have this person exercising their free will at this time. We have destiny. Fate is about to, and that's a destiny. And then we have fate about to step in here. Okay, so that's faith. And then we have the synchronicities. Okay, anyway, I went off course. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. When you least expect it, opportunities and meetings spring up out as if out of nowhere. Your life begins to work. So Spirit will always give you that opportunity, right? Just like how they're about to give you a person an opportunity. You know, it's what you do with it. All right? Your life begins to work out and you sense your alignment with a higher purpose and power. Trust you're being divinely protected and guided. When you're disconnected from your higher power, you begin to believe that you alone are the source of abundance in life. It is wise to commit to a conscious and deliberate daily connection to divine power. When you forget to do this, you may place too much attention on materialism, work, money, goals, and the like. And remember, they said, okay, that was one of the ways that you were blocking this connection. The goddess Sophia reminds you it's the spiritual aspect and the invisible aspect, the essence of your desires, that means more than the form. You may be mistaking something false, I told you about a false sense of security, for divine guidance right now. It's time to come back into alignment and receive true divine guidance, divested from wishful thinking or ego attachments. Opening to the wisdom of the mystery and of the universe is your assignment, is your alignment task now. Let the goddess Sophia guide you to your magic. The most meaningful and beautiful expression of yourself is waiting for you. Now, it could be that you might be working on some sort of project, okay? And you might have gotten caught up into the mechanics of this project. And when I say mechanics, you know, the material aspects of this project, you know, how much money it's going to get you, and you figuring how to market this and whatever it is. But Spirit is also saying you have to come back to the purpose of this project, which is to bring your light, divine light, which is to bring, you are being a channel to bring divine light into the world. So you have to come back to the genesis of the project. You've strayed a bit, okay? I'm trying to communicate what they're showing me, okay? It's like you've gotten a project from the divine and you've strayed away from its main purpose. And once you do that, you're going to get lost. So you have to come back to the main purpose of the project, and then you find that everything is going to flow again. I don't know how to describe it. I'm sorry. I'm kind of lost for words on what they're showing me. Okay? It's like you've removed the divine energy out of the project. You have to come back into alignment because you've been focusing too much on the material things, the material aspects of it. You have to bring the divinity back into your project. That's what they're saying. So be more intentional when you are creating and not just think about the ego aspects of it and the physical aspects of it. I mean, take it as you will. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Oh my God. This was a long fucking reading. Jesus. All right. So, grateful for your like, share, subscribe, dislikes. They all help the channel grow your comments. Beautiful. Thank you so much. And if you can go a step further and interact with any of the ads that may have played during this reading, that's beautiful energy exchange for me. And for any reader that you're enjoying right now, because it keeps us independent on YouTube. All right, my God. What my love. Take care. Bye.